Hello again. I am actually, believe it or not, um, I've changed my mind about something. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Anyway, this is LiberAnarchy, and I actually have changed my mind about something. Oh my. Right. Um, the label anarchist. I don't think it suits me. I am actually no longer an anarchist. My rationale. The word archon comes from Greek. It basically means ruler. And it's used in many words such as hierarchy, anarchy, monarchy, etc. So, um, anarchy would technically mean that there are no authority figures. However, let's take something like a stateless society that does have authority figures in that, and I'm not even talking about in a political sense. I'm talking about somebody who's saying, you know, don't urinate in my yard because it's my yard. So, um, so if you have somebody who is essentially the boss of a piece of property, they are a little archon, aren't they? Okay, let's. And yes, you have anti-proprietarian anarchists, but um, and that actually at least is more consistent than what I was saying. Um, let's see. Let's take a surgeon in an operating theater. Let's say you have the head surgeon, somebody who's been a heart surgeon for 30 years, and you have the you know, and let's say you have other surgeons and nurses and so forth. So yeah, the head surgeon is going to be an archon, and I'm okay with that. And just because he is essentially a ruler in what he does for a living or what she does for a living, then that doesn't necessitate that I'm somehow forced to pay for services, whether or not those services are rendered, whether or not they are rendered well, to my satisfaction. There's no one with a gun to my head saying, okay, you have to, pay for somebody else's heart surgery. Um, there would obviously be, you know, an arrangement like, well, you pay for, I rendered a service, you pay for it. And this gets into the idea of private charities, which there are many. And as the United States becomes more and more secular, I hope to see more and more secular charities, so we don't have charities like the Salvation Army with homophobic hiring policies, and again, different topic. So yeah, I would say calling myself an anarchist would be um, incorrect, because I'm okay with archons if the outcome of having an archon is going to be, a good thing, is going to be a useful thing. Um, I am the archon of my own property. That doesn't, however, mean that if I have guests, I'm going to act like a dictator. That would be horrible. My way of associating with people is, I would like to think anyway, is a lot more rational. Um, I have a common goal with another individual, and we are both working toward that goal, and we talk back and forth about what we think about how that goal is best accomplished, and in the end, how to share the profits, and the plan is 50-50. Um, Unless something really weird happens and somebody says, I changed my mind, I can't do this anymore or something. But the idea is, we each do half the work, we each get half the profits, and we sit and we talk and we go back and forth. We don't need an archon there. That's, but in fact, an archon doesn't necessarily mean, a ruler doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is being lorded over, treated like they're dirt. It doesn't necessitate any sort of abuse. Um, Somebody could, for example, be an apprentice and therefore learn a trade by being an apprentice. And so you do have an authority structure there. It's just, it can be a functional authority structure that leads to an end that both parties mutually agree to. Okay, so I'm not an anarchist. I'm not against all archons. I'm not against all rulers in all situations. But a state, and I'm using the definition, a coercive monopoly on the use of force, or a monopoly on the use of coercive force. I am still an anti-statist, but yeah, anarchy doesn't, no, not an anarchist anymore. And I understand that some of you see that as semantics, and I understand that. The name of my account, I may actually go to a new account because of this, but if I do, I'll let you guys know, and I won't make a bunch of drama. I won't be like, I'm leaving YouTube, but, yeah, so, yeah, I may make an entirely new account, and, I'll let you know, and I will see you guys later. And to those still calling themselves anarchists, I'm not gonna. Many people would say, well, technically, I don't mind if da 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 da. And yeah, to a lot of people, anarchist and anti-statist is a matter of semantics. And maybe you are proposing a society where there are never any authority structures, in which case that would be interesting, to say the least. In fact, I don't think that would work. But anyway, okay. Well, thanks very much for listening to this ramble, and I'll talk to you guys later.